two teammates fighting for points and proving their worth really all drawn on. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of F126 live tutorial mode, and today we are heading over to Austrian Grand Prix. But first, we got to update with the ability now shorter and more different meeting again with the Ferrari, but this time we also have the expectation we need to be only have had in P6 and finish P12 or above in the Driver Championship. So this is the big deal. Now we know what we need to do in order to get our seat in a Ferrari, but here the performance are so close in the midfielder.
High up in the mountains here at Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Here we are, the Austrian qualifier is now upon us, and we are hoping to do a fantastic job for the hat this weekend. Obviously, with the rumors going around about Ferrari, but our photo is still on this car, and making sure we can secure ourselves a fair point going forward this weekend, but made an early mistake. It did enough to keep us low for 2-2. What is it gonna be? And it's just not quite enough. It's only P10 behind Aston Martin. Oh no, 6 comes up. Oh no, we're losing time now. Come on. Yeah. You have to do it again. I think we should go out to another one of them just to be safe. Alright, final run, to make sure we stay safe.
Okay, we've dropped into P14 now.
Oh no. I'm gonna stay out, gonna watch it live, hoping we stay for P50 at the moment. Did we do enough to keep us in for 2-2? Leave it enough. Positive it is. I think we are safe. Yes! I think. Oh, it's speeding, sorry. Yeah, we're safe. Yeah. Phew.
Okay, we're currently in the drop zone. We need you to move up into the top 10 or we're not going to progress to the shootout.
We now going forward with this section 1. Try to save our play for the shootout if we can get inside the top 10. So far, purple sector 1, that is big deal. Hopefully what we can achieve so far for this qualifier is enough to get us through for the third time this season. But what will it be? Let's find out, shall we? Oh well, not so much time. We lost so much time. We're 7 times up. I think we lost there. But P12 is still good. It's at the P12. But I need ahead of Alpine to recall back to Monaco. Dazzling was annoying.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Antonelli, George Russell and Hamilton, Verstappen, Hadjar, Sainz and Ollie Behrman, Stroll, Daniel, Sergio Perez and Albon, Gasly, Colapinto, Arvid Lindblad and Liam Lawson, Alonso, Hülkenberg, Bortoleto and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid.
You've got some work to do to match your result from last race. Come on, we know you can do it.
Alright, we've got two different strategies. We've got plan A, which is the one we're not doing, that is hard to medium. Plan B is medium to stop, but plan C is medium to hard, depending how the race is gonna go. But this one could be an interesting one. So let's see what we can do. We're getting ready to line up to the road. Got a little bit of a cold tire. But we should be okay. But we're gonna stay safe, hopefully.
Superb
Nice.
parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
Now we waited for 5 red light for the Austrian Grand Prix. Now underway with Lando Norris, who did not have a bad start, unlike he did in Monaco. He actually got away fantastic with Prix in second place and 3 wide turn 1 with Russell is now ahead of Attielli and Charles Leclerc, but Attielli coming back though onto George Russell taking third, and Russell did a go attack mode on the inside. And we also have Ferrari are fighting against each other as well, as Max Verstappen is behind them. P7, Leclerc and Hamilton are still battling away. Attielli is ahead of George Russell. Russell in the fourth, Hamilton now up in fifth, Leclerc in sixth. But they are still going at it. Max Verstappen is watching everything unfolding. But will there be any uproar between Ferrari teammates or not? Charles Leclerc is ahead. Hamilton not giving up. Hamilton is attacking still. He gets there and he takes the fifth place. But Charles Leclerc shipped over the different direction to way down the inside. Attielli also went defensively with George Russell, and Hamilton managed to stay ahead of Charles Leclerc. But they are still fighting between Mercedes and the Ferrari, which is something we might be seeing throughout this Sunday Grand Prix. But now Max Verstappen is also getting involved this time around. But Hamilton is now though on Charles Leclerc once again in live timing, and now we're on board with Danny, who goes for the move and inside into turn right, overtaking Berman, but can he get Alex Albon or not? That was an accident.
Right, you've got
But we made it, we made it.
Use it if you want to.
It worked. Who did Danny say it was an accident? That seemed an honest answer from him, but at the band the wheel with Alex Albon, but thankfully there was no damage for both parties, so they can definitely continue on racing hard if they want to. But it's Albon P11, Danny is in P12, but here's a replay from race star Danny, who had an awful start, which allowed 2 cars to be able to overtake him. I do not know what actually happened there, and Gasly tried to sneak up, but got a damage to do that, unfortunately. But here's another angle of the overtake from Danny. Shut a tight overtake. I don't know how the man has got away without a damage on that one. But on board with Hamilton, who was watching his teammates getting sandwiched by both Mercedes. As you can see, going up turn 1, one of them definitely made a contact, and that is the right side of the Mercedes. Absolutely wild start, that is for sure. But now heading into lap 3, both Mercedes are still going to be fighting for the P3, and Russell take the podium for now. And to our surprise, Carlos started competitive, but we got Gasly and Bortonetto, who quite far back. Gasly just spotted it. Bortonetto already spotted it, by the way, so we need to find out what happened. But Carlos is now behind Lewis Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc locked this place to Max Verstappen. Unfortunately, now P8 for Charles Leclerc. But we're on board with Danny, who's looking to make a move now. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he does. Straight down the inside. Wow. He actually managed it though, but he locked it to Albon, and maybe need to slow. No, he does not. But Danny does have a warning, because that was definitely a exceeded track limit, unfortunately. But he's in replay to Bortonetto, who just, I don't know what happened there. He just went straight in the back of the racing ball, I believe it was, and Gasly has unfortunately got a broken wing because he tried to get through on Danny and it didn't even work out for Pierre Gasly, but now going to lap that goes. Oh! Purple 5, and there's a smoke coming out of Alex Albon. That is unfortunate.
Okay,
Oh, that was the big one for Alex Albon. Such a shame to see him going out like that. He had a chance to score them points this weekend, especially the likes of Carlos Sainz, who's actually competitive with the Red Bull and the Ferrari. That is absolute shocker, but we are here for it at Dark Horse. The expected winner for this Red Bull win. Of course, the Red Bull are not really going to win it. McLaren are absolutely dominating so far. They are strong this weekend, but at the fighting team for Red Bull and the Ferrari, they are pretty much having a battle for the P6, while Carlos Sainz is going to enjoy his chance for the P5, and Hamilton absolutely blistering play, overtaking the Jar, but now going to lap 8. That didn't last long as he got overturned by Hadjar and maybe Charles Leclerc. Leclerc going down the inside, Ford and Hamilton just slightly wide. That did not help Lewis Hamilton whatsoever. But later on in lap 8, going to successfully, the Hadjar is now full on attack to his teammate. There is no team order for the Red Bull this weekend, which is a bit of a worrying, especially this being the Red Bull home race. What will happen? Well,
Work, mate, that brings you up a place. I can confirm it's an issue with our engine, I'm afraid.
what? We now got both Red Bull having a fight going up into turn 5. I don't see anything about it right now. We actually got a mechanical issue. Rightfully so, Danny looked extremely worried, but it's a bit opportunity to score the point this weekend. But with the Red Bull, they are having a battle. Max Verstappen, 30 at the Hadjar, and behind is Charles Leclerc watching it all unfold. And Carlos Sainz is taking advantage of this situation because the Red Bull fight allowed Carlos Sainz to be able to eliminate gap on right. And we got Hadjar, who now running forward, overtaking Max Verstappen before the second final tour. Wow, what an overtake from Hadjar. I would never thought we'd see that overtake happening. And oh no, Danny almost blocked it, but that would allow Hamilton to come back and overtake Danny. But what a save from Danny Britney. And we're now on board with Max Verstappen once again as they continue defending against Charles Leclerc. But unfortunately, Charles Leclerc gone past Max Verstappen, and Lewis Hamilton had overtook Danny, unfortunately, and Danny now looked back into P10. Will he find a way to get a pass or not? But now in lap 11, we do get our way past Lewis Hamilton once again, and we got told about the fuel. We need to manage fuel. Maybe that is part of the issue or not. And almost race ending there. He saved it once again. Wow. Danny is on point this weekend, but should have been making mistakes like this if he wants to be able to score a point. Another slide once again from Danny. What is going on? And clearly there's something wrong with the car right now, but now heading into lap 13 of the Piastri, it picked in to put a new tyre on as he hoped to be able to eliminate some sort of undercut to Lando Norris, which I don't think is possible because Lando is dominated against his teammate. He is doing fantastic, and Russell also boxes as well. And Danny moved up into P8 and try and chase after Lewis Hamilton, but the chances are it's very low for us to get back on Hamilton, so we might have to settle finishing the race behind Lewis Hamilton. But Charles Leclerc is now overtaking Max Verstappen, but Max is not going to give up as he's now on the inside. He might be looking to make a move to try to get back there on Charles Leclerc, and while that was happening, forgot to mention they had also overtook the Hadjar as well as they joined side by side. Matt on the outside, Charles on the inside. Watching happen, will Charles do or will Matt do? And looks like Matt Verstappen will be the one to come out on top as he takes the P4 and now on board with Toro's side, who is boxing this lap. He is driving a fantastic race. Toro's side is doing really well, and Lando Norris, the race leader, has pitted and he's going to go out and pretty much stay in the lead of the race anyway. But Danny is now going to start moving up in the order, but he is not going to be finishing there. And lucky with safety car. Nice. Russell is out. I'm not right about that. I think it was Russell. Russell is out indeed, but will that bring out safety car? Because if that does, that is huge advantage for Lewis Hamilton and Danny. But here's a replay of what happened to George Russell. Unfortunately, he had mechanical failure. You can see the engine just went and died on him. Really unfortunate for George Russell. Of course, the previous winner of the Austrian Grand Prix back in 2024, so he had a history of winning at Austria, but it's not going to happen this weekend. I don't even think it'll happen anyway. And Lewis Hamilton, in fact, had jumped ahead of either Hadjar. That is massive. Something happened in the pit with the Red Bull and either Hadjar, and Ollie Behrman to try to get either Hadjar. And here's a replay of what happened to Hadjar. Is in the pit, put a new tyre on. Hamilton just came in, but it's the fun love just refusing to get on, and that's just allowing Hamilton to space away from the Hadjar, unfortunately. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're coming in. That was a little bit nervy moment for Danny, but now they are deciding to bring him in to put a new tyre on and go into the end on a soft tyre, which I would assume was the 10 laps to go when he took the finish line. So what can Danny do? Ooh! Oh, it's 2% just slightly over. Well, we're supposed to stop, so I think we should be okay when we get out, hopefully. Behrman and Ollie Behrman get ahead of Danny, and Lance Stroll also will get ahead of Danny. So Danny's on soft tyre, don't worry, he can fire the pace, he has it all weekend so far, but what can he do now? Chasing off at Lance Stroll and Ollie Behrman, but now on lap 17, Kimi Attieri and Toro side are having a battle for the podium as they came together going up into turn 3, and that will be on the live timing as they continue going down into turn 4, and Danny is now making his way though on Lance Stroll to put himself into point to hand. He's now getting a double point score this weekend so far, but that might change, we don't know, as Toro side and Attieri continue on fighting. Toro side take the podium of the Mercedes. Wow, what the pace Toro side is on, but didn't last long anyway as they joined the lap 18 at the yellow quite quickly get though and take the podium from Toro side. Got him, nice. Oh, super. And Danny now making a part on Ollie Behrman with their moment where he should have went the back of him like he did in Japan to Lance Stroll, but thankfully that hadn't happened. Having teammate fight and clash is always bad, as we now got Ollie Behrman reparting Danny, unfortunately, as we now heading into lap 21. Once again, Danny and Behrman are continue fighting. They no team order, by the way, which is crazy. Oh, Behrman! And they came together! Oh no, that is not good! Behrman has got a damage, I think he does. He got a fine wing damage. That is unfortunate from Ollie Behrman, and I believe Danny got underbody damage, and that is bad. Teammates coming together is always a bad thing for the team, and here's a replay of what happened. Danny on the outside, Behrman just taking a tight turn, and we now got Charles Leclerc it now made its way onto his teammate, former teammate of Toro Shire. Unfortunately has been dropping down the order. He is no longer challenging for P3 or P4. He's now challenging for the P5 again to Charles Leclerc, watching them both do at their joys be fighting, but we've seen the effort that both been put in for this return has been absolutely massive deal. Charles Leclerc battling with Hamilton, Shai battling with Attielli. Now that both are facing each other for that P5 finish at Lando Norris, although they began the final lap and Piastri finally starting the final lap. That gap between them both is crazy. So clearly Lando Norris is on a different planet right now, and there's a live timing with Toro Shai and Charles Leclerc are having a fight as Toro Shai goes through and takes the P5 from Charles Leclerc, and Max Verstappen is chasing after Kimi Attielli, but what can happen for this final lap as Charles Leclerc on the inside tried to make a pass on Toro's side, but here's a live timing of Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll is now making its way through on Ollie Behrman. There will be no point finish for Ollie Behrman because of the contact there that had done to each other. Very, very unfortunate. And now Lando Norris out the final corner, and he takes the win of the Austrian Grand Prix, and Otto Piastri is 13 seconds behind. Bit different between them both, and now Piastri is going to top the line to finish P2. Kimi Attielli managed to hold on for the podium against Max Verstappen. Come on, Pina, baby!
Okay, pick up rubber.
I tried to help Behrman, but it didn't work. The team game has gone wrong, unfortunately, for Ollie Behrman.
Here's the checkered flag, and our winner has landoed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
Well, it's been a long wait for many of our drivers, but the wait is always worth it. Bring them out to the awaiting crowd. It's time for our podium celebrations. He raises the trophy over his head. Lando Norris, head and shoulders above the rest today.
Well done to Lando Norris for a fantastic victory, and Piastri in second, Attielli in third, and Danny finishing P9 and Behrman finishing P11. But now Lando takes the lead in the World Championship by 2 points, and the McLaren are cleaning the favour to win the Construction Championship. Just not what we expected, wasn't it? But now, we're coming to the end of the episode. This has been a crazy one between Ollie Behrman and Danny, especially with the seat at the Ferrari. It opened it up. But who is going to take it? Is it Danny? Is it Ollie? We're going to find out more throughout this season. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It made the video do well, and peace out.